Welcome to the podcast, everyone. My name is Ryan, and I am joined by my favorite co-host.
Yo guys, I'm Kuhaku and I'll be your co-host and let's talk some nerdy stuff.
Yes, this is your official
Oh,
destination where we talk nerdy to you. We're going to be talking about every fandom, DC, Marvel, anime, whatever it is. You have come to the right spot, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be
yes.
starting off with a lot of different things. We have different segments. We're going to be playing some games. Towards the end, we'll give our hot takes on different things, just so you guys have an idea of what we like, what we don't like, and stuff like that. All right. We are gonna start off with some Doomsday news we got this week, and I have to preface my dear co-host, my friend, is not fully caught up, so he's going to be a little. He's gonna need me to hold his hand, so to speak.
Yes.
But you know what? You know what? It's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah,
He has started Daredevil season
definitely.
1, which is insane, but we'll get to that. We'll
Finally
get
I
to
did
his little
to
review. He's seen 6 episodes. But
well
regardless, right?
well you had to convince me, for to start that, but finally I did it.
I did have to convince him a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It was difficult, but I don't know why. You know what? We messed up with the movies. You guys will see what we're talking about in the next episode eventually, and we'll talk about it
Yes.
a little bit more as we go down the episode. But regardless, we have a bunch of Marvel and DC news coming out this week. First, coming from it's a bunch of insiders and leaks and reports, but we have an insider called Alex Perez from Cosmic Circus. He has you know I'd say 60-40 ratio of being right, being wrong. But regardless, we have some rumors that says some of the X-Men actors from Avengers Doomsday will still be returning for Secret Wars. That leads me to believe that not all of the X-Men are going to die in Doomsday. We've heard from Anthony Mackie, who was our obviously, new Captain America, that he has said a bunch of people are going to die more than in Infinity War, which was like half the population of the whole universe.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, and he's seen Infinity War. He's seen Endgame. He's seen all the main timeline stuff.
Main timelines, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's seen the Avengers movies and stuff, obviously. But what do you think? How do you think that we get like? Listen, it's kind of a complicated plot because we have no build up. We've only seen Doom in one scene in Fantastic Four,
Right.
and that's it, right? And I don't think like I really don't know how they adapted. They've put out the few comics that they're going to be adapting, but we're not really sure how they can actually even do that because there's so many characters that are not even in any of the movies. But hey, we're I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I'm not exactly excited. I'm just very intrigued on how they could pull it off. What do you think?
Well, I'm very excited like how they're gonna pull it off. So first of all, I need to catch up in on a lot of movies. Like I haven't seen a lot of MCU movies so far, so I
Yeah,
don't know how it will go.
yeah. But you know, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. We
Yeah,
have our next thing on
definitely.
the docket. Fantastic Four, who are going to be in Doomsday. They've been confirmed. We've had the Chairs Day announcement. They're going to be split up by the
Uh-huh.
end of Avengers Doomsday. At the very end, this is also coming from Alex Perez.
So like they are
I,
gonna like
yeah.
introduce them like last part of the movie.
No, no, no. They're going to be split up by the end of the movie because, as we've seen, and this is a little bit into spoiler territory, if you guys haven't seen Fantastic Four or anything like that, we see, or Thunderbolts actually, not really even Fantastic
Oh,
Four, but we do see that the Fantastic Four will get introduced. We don't know how, in what capacity, in what situation, but they will be there for Avengers Doomsday. We've seen a bunch of leaks. We've seen a bunch of pictures coming from behind the scenes where we see Evan Moss Backrack, the Thing, who plays the Thing, and he's with a bunch of the Thunderbolts on a ship or some sort of like craft. We don't really know yet, right? So we know they're gonna be in the beginning of the movie. They're gonna be a main key
oh,
players throughout the movie. But by the end, they get split up, which leads me to believe so much that Reed is going to create like a lifeboat of sorts that it's a similar thing he does in the comics because let me walk you through this and the audience So you guys know where my head's at and what my theory's at. In the comics, when Doctor
Alright.
Doom takes over the whole multiverse and he gets the power of the Beyonders, he destroys the whole multiverse, and Reed is able to make a ship, a lifeboat, or a few lifeboats, I'm not really
Uh,
sure. And he gets a bunch of heroes, as many as he can, to save. And they are sort of outside the fabric of reality and stuff. And that's where Doctor Doom creates his battle world, and they're outside watching in. So I'm assuming that's how it's going to happen. A few of the Fantastic Four are going to be either as part of.
so like
Yeah.
Red is going to be Noah from the Bible. He's gonna
In
make
a
an ark
sense,
and he's
yeah,
gonna like
yeah. It's a very interesting way to look at it. That's a very good way to look at
yeah,
it. He's gonna be Noah, essentially. He's gonna be making his life raft. Yeah, but
like that would be like so crazy. Like if they pull it up.
yeah, and two of the, I'm assuming two of the Fantastic Four would be stuck on Battle World without them having the knowledge of anything previously that happened, or from the concept art we've seen, we see Susan Storm marrying or being together with Victor. We I'm not really sure how they can pull it off unless they brainwipe her or something. But yeah, that's
Rex
interesting.
is going to marry Victor.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of concept art leak online. Let me see if I can find it actually.
I mean, I thought she was going to marry Reed, right?
She's married to Reed. She is married to Reed. She has a kid with Reed.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom concept art. Hold on, let me. There we go. We have a lot of pictures, right? And this picture right here, if I can find the full image, we see right here. This is art that even the Russo brothers have said this is like our concept art, but you can look at it where it's not going to be inspired, blah blah. We know it's kind of false. We know what's going to happen.
Oh,
We see Doctor Strange right here
right.
as a sort of sheriff acting for Doctor Doom or God Emperor Doom when he's ruling the whole world. And we
Mm.
see Susan Storm and Little Franklin right here.
Oh yeah.
So I'm assuming that's how the Fantastic Four gets split up. But we can't be focusing too much on concept art because at the end it is still concept art. We don't know how
It
it's
is, yeah,
exactly
it's
going to
the
go.
concept
But
art.
yeah, that's interesting. This is what makes me believe that Reed is going to be separated from Susan Storm because it says the Council of Reeds could appear in upcoming MCU projects, and the only way to make sense for a Council of Reeds, and Council of Reeds, for people who don't know, is just Reed Richards. He figures out a way to travel and traverse the multiverse, and he finds different versions of himself, and they make a Council of Reeds, you know, and they sort of like oversee the multiverse. They don't really. I'm not sure how much they're involved in the whole Secret Wars storyline, but there is a Council of Reeds, and it's very plausible that we will see this in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Maybe that's where Reed goes at the end of Doomsday.
Well, we already know like Reed is like a lot smart, right?
Yeah,
It's like a council of Reed will be like
yeah, 100%. It's like a
that.
whole
That would be like
council.
so crazy, like
Yeah, and every single one of them is a different version of Reed. So everyone has different powers. One of them has the power of Victor Von
Oh,
Doom. One has Johnny Storm's power. Three of them we can see have the Infinity Gauntlet from their universe.
oh,
So the Council of Reeds is a huge, huge, huge deal in the comics. Okay, this is like a lot of strong versions of Reed from different realities, different like parts in history and time. It's a whole thing. It'll be very complicated to pull it off in one movie,
but
though.
like, aren't they going to be like so overpowered then?
They would be overpowered, but Doctor Doom is literally God Emperor Doom. He is the strongest being probably at that point in the universe, and because
So
he gets
even the
the
infinite gauntlet can't do
yeah,
anything like
Infinity
against
Gauntlet
him.
can't do anything. Also, MCU has established, and I'm not sure how consistent it is, but the Infinity Stones
Hmm.
don't work outside their own timeline.
Then the whole end game story would be like like doesn't make sense then.
Now you get it. Yes, that's the whole point.
That,
That's why everyone is not just hammering on that, they're also hammering on Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom. And the Russo
like they're
brothers have
making
said
it so
it's,
confusing now.
yeah. And it's especially for the casual audience because we know a lot of people are nerds, people have been following, we know Marvel, we know everything, right? But
Yeah.
still, I would argue 60% of the audience is like this general population. They don't watch everything religiously. They don't watch every show, keep up with every nerd news channel and breakdowns and rumors and theories. No.
Yeah.
So it's going to be confusing.
I would say 80% wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Like especially we've seen all the downfall of all the Disney shows and everything. We don't need to get into all of that. That's a whole
Yeah.
different conversation. But it's going to be very complicated to pull this off on top of everything else. And explaining like in a logical sense that also makes sense for the story on why Robert Downey Jr. was the only one who could play this version of Doom. That's their words, not mine. That's what Joe and Anthony Russo said on stage when they announced Robert Downey Jr. They said no one else can play this version of Doom but him. Probably.
Something I have seen.
Something you have seen. That's why it's the best segment in the podcast because this is
Yeah.
something you can freely speak on. All right, this is what we're talking about. This is why everyone's mad. The homework. Kevin Feige, fix your fucking universe. There's so much fucking homework. My friend is struggling. He has so much content to
Oh,
see.
it's.
It's
Do you think
homework.
it will be hard for me to catch up with everything?
Yeah, we're gonna get into how many things you have to watch. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have the most fun explaining
That's
everything
just
to you.
fucking good.
All right. So Daredevil, 3 seasons. We know. Okay. Well, I'm gonna speak for everyone
Hmm.
here. All right. The best fucking comic book R-rated show you've seen besides the Penguin. If you don't agree, go argue with a wall. All right. It is the best piece of media you'll ever see. All right.
I would definitely argue. I think Deadpool would be the like best R-rated like
No. We're talking about shows.
movie or like.
Shows.
Oh yeah, shows. Then yeah,
Shows.
it's Daredevil. Then from
Yeah.
MCU, it's Daredevil. Yes.
MCU Daredevil, 100%. All right. So 6 episodes in, season 1 only. What are we thinking?
All right. Huh.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a ride.
Yeah.
At least for 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting how would they uh pull this off
Yeah.
because I have only seen Daredevil in cartoon series, right?
Yeah. Which cartoon have you seen Daredevil on?
Uh, I think it was like from Spider-Man series.
Ultimate Spider-Man?
It was a cameo, yeah.
In Ultimate Spider-Man, Daredevil had a cameo? I guess so, because it had White
I
Tiger
think so,
and
yeah,
Nova
like
and Iron Fist in it, so probably.
yeah.
And Luke Cage. Yeah, no, that makes so much sense. Half the Defenders were there.
Yeah, so like and after that, like you said, like it's like the best thing, like the best series
Uh-huh.
from MCU. So I was very intrigued. So I decided to give it a watch. And so far I'm enjoying it a lot. It got me hooked up
Hooked up. It
and
got you hooked.
yeah, yep.
You mean you got you hooked?
I
I
mean
mean,
that's
I'd
what I
hook up
meant.
with
You
Matt
know that,
Murdock.
right?
Listen. Matthew Murdock, you're gonna see. You're gonna see his charm. Come on, you've already seen kinda,
Uh-huh.
right? He's a
Yes,
little
I
fuckboy.
have. Yeah.
He's been around. He goes around. No, you've seen a little glimpse of that.
Yeah, I did. He's kind of a blind playboy
He's a yeah. Foggy
pulling a
said
butt
it best
cheeks.
himself. All right, my actual goat Foggy. He said, "Listen, that blind thing is working." I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but they just told Charlie Cox to just first whole season just start mewing every episode. Every episode is in front of a girl. He's just like, so listen, yeah,
yeah.
and it's crazy.
I mean, he tries to impress everyone though.
Yeah, he's not even trying. That's the crazy part. He's just being himself, and he's just he just has that charisma. It's fine. Riz,
I don't think he's being himself like when he's like around a hot chick. So he shows off a lot.
yeah, you
When it
think
comes to girl,
so?
he shows us off.
You think so?
I think so. Like yeah.
You think he's like he? Do you think he shows off his powers a little bit, just to like poke the bear with the girl, so to say?
Yeah, I can say that.
So let's go ahead. This is good. All right.
Yeah.
Daredevil. 6 episodes in. All right. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the main man, the man of the hour, the one man who gave me nightmares. All right. My chubby boy,
Kingpin.
my best man, Willie Fisk. Willie Fisk. What do we think of his intro? His first scene.
Well, they made a lot of pent up situation for him. But
Mm-hmm.
like when they introduced him, it was like I was expecting more from it. Like there
Really?
was a hype that who might be that the one who you can't say his name,
Yeah. Man behind the
and
curtain.
like exactly like, and they showed like I was expecting a certain way to put him into the show. Like it would be nice like if they had like built more tension when they showed him on the screen.
Really? You don't think his
Yeah,
intro was good? I feel like his intro is perfect. It
I don't.
was, no one is saying his name. People see how scared they are of him. And then we see what he does and why
Like
people are
he's very
scared of him. So it's
silent
justified,
figured.
What happened?
I think like when they showed like they introduced him, like he was
Yeah.
like standing staring at a painting, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
In front of the white rabbit.
yeah, in front of the white rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would have, like portrayed him like a calm man.
They did. Don't you think so?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But I was
And
expecting like a brutal man, more violent.
okay,
Like they
okay,
said,
okay.
he
You were
is.
expecting him to be just like going one dimensional. If he's also like, or I'm the bad guy, you expect him to be just fully bad, just, this
Yeah,
one
more
tunnel thing.
violent and more brutal.
No, you're gonna see a lot more brutal things from him, but here's the thing. Kingpin, like, from his, like, iterations in the games, cartoons, everything, he's not a multi-dimensional, multifaceted, like, character. There's so much more to him.
Right.
He's not just a bad guy who's like a mobster, your generic mobster with knives and guns. He's a kingpin. He plays chess. He fucks with people's heads, their families,
Yeah,
their everything. You're gonna see truly how he dismantles people and breaks them down
I
and how smart
I
he
did
is.
actually like when he killed Valdemir's brother.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was that was so fucking brutal.
That was brutal. He took his head off with a car door. So
Yeah,
it's his
and I was
duality.
certainly
It's
not
his,
expecting that.
you know, it's like this is his mask. It's like the
Right,
superhero argument, right? The one he shows to the
right.
public when he's outside, he's very calm. But you see him, like, Vincent D'Onofrio does a great job with this. You see his little ticks, like his lip quivers a little bit when he gets mad or
Yeah,
something, right? It's such a subtle thing, but that just shows how great of an actor he is. You see, that's his mask.
definitely. Yeah,
And this is his real side when he's fully the kingpin and doing what he wants, you know? You're gonna see a lot more of that. A lot more of that. Especially
well,
with
I'm seeing
Vanessa in the
that
picture.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We have, you're on the Daredevil train, right?
yep.
You like that, all right? You're gonna see
I
more of
like
his
it. Yeah.
powers, how Stick trains him and everything. The hand, the yeah.
Well, he got introduced just right now in
Mm-hmm.
episode fifth, or it was sixth, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, in episode fifth, like he got introduced, and
yeah.
like how it took him like when he was a little kid
Mm-hmm.
after his father got murdered.
Yeah.
Like,
It's gonna be and the story, it goes very deep into it. It gets very, it's a really good thing, and not a lot of shows do this. They have a theme, a proper theme for Daredevil, and it's his Catholic side and how much his religion
yeah,
affects him and how much it affects his decisions and who he is, right? And it's completely paradoxical, as he's a devout Christian, but he dresses up as the devil
it's the
and
devil. Yeah,
doles out God's judgment under his name, you know? And it's just a very fun dynamic. The Murdoch boys, they let the devil out, you know?
yeah.
And
They
you're gonna
can
see
take
that
a
he
bit.
enjoys it. You're gonna see, like, okay, nah, bro, you're just lying, being a Catholic. You just like this. You just like doing this. It
He
punch
does
the
say that
points.
in episode 2, I guess he does. In episode 3, like when Claire actually helps him out of the
Mm-hmm.
dumpster, and when he's like beating that Russian guy on the terrace,
Yeah.
he does say that like I enjoy like doing this,
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
violently beating up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you see, and also this makes you think, Kingpin and Daredevil, they're both the same person. They both have this
You think
mask
so?
that portrays them in the public side of being nice, etc. But their real side, what they truly enjoy deep
Yeah.
down, is their this side, and this is the dynamic that you're gonna see carried throughout all 4 seasons. All right, this is the exact thing that they're gonna
Hmm.
explore. This is their main rivalry. This is their his main moral dilemma as well.
Well, it's of course going to be very interesting,
Yeah, it's gonna
and
be great.
I can't wait to
Yeah,
see the next
and I
episode.
can't wait for you to see Joe Bernthal's Punisher. Come on, John Bernthal. My
What's
bad.
that? What's that?
The
What's that?
Punisher he's a character. He's the Punisher. He is introduced. He
Is
was
he
in
gonna get introduced in this? Like,
I'm not sure if he gets introduced in season 1. I think he gets introduced in season 2, and he is by far one of the best castings, one of the best written characters, and one of the most beloved characters in the general public side. People are very protective of the whole Daredevil IP, all the characters, including Punisher.
oh,
Not more so on the defender side. People do like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, one of our friends who might be on a later podcast, maybe, who knows. He's seen Jessica Jones, he has seen much of the defenders, and he can speak much to this. I haven't
mhm.
seen it, but people are lukewarm on the other people. This, hey,
Mm.
people riot when they touch Daredevil and say anything bad about it. It's a cult, which is ironic.
I can see that. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
definitely see that.
And the actors
Why people like
themselves.
it so much?
Yeah, the actors themselves, they fell in love with these characters. They protected, they fight the we've heard so many times that they fought Disney executives and everything just to keep their character and everything, like, to what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's great. You're going to see the Punisher. The Punisher was introduced in Spider-Man comics. This is the funny thing, but he's a
Right.
brutal Deadpool type of mercenary. Doesn't have any powers though.
Oh,
He's just, you're gonna see who
he's
he
just
is.
mercenary.
He's a mercenary, and he is someone who dishes out justice, but fully like a vigilante. He kills people. He will put a bullet in your head.
So he's poor and like a
Nah.
Batman, but
Yeah,
poor.
you can say. I knew you were gonna say Batman, but Batman is a lot more refined with his technique and everything. He's just not just a guy
On
from
a
because he
killing
has so much
spree.
more thing, but he's a very very skilled war veteran who's seen so much things, done so much things, is very skilled at fighting, and he goes through so much in his life that he just does not see the good in bad people. He just sees black
Oh,
and white. That's it, you know. And yeah, you're gonna see
right.
much more on him. Punisher, he's coming back. A lot of people know in Spider-Man: Brand New Day,
Mm.
and it's
Oh,
crazy because he is a R-rated violent vigilante murderer that you're gonna see in season 2. You're gonna be like, this guy is right, but he's fucking crazy.
hmm.
He's
But I don't think they will make him that violent or
They're not gonna
R-rated
make him
like
that
if
R
he's
rated.
going
They're not
to.
gonna make it
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
Spider-Man movie. It's a
It's
Sony
Spider-Man
Disney
movie.
thing. You're
Yeah.
not gonna, they're gonna, test the borders, test the lines a little bit, of what they can and can't do. Maybe to cut away the camera or something. They're gonna do it. People have faith. I have faith. I have faith in Joe Bernthal and the team behind Spider-Man to give fans what they want. All right.
I definitely know like John Berthel, like he's a very well
He's a great actor.
uh great actor. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I know him from the Walking Dead series.
I haven't seen that actually.
I did
I
actually
haven't
saw it,
seen
but
that, which is crazy. I want to see that though. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Yeah.
Well, first few seasons are pretty good, but like after that, like it goes down the hill.
Really?
Yeah,
I've heard still
I
good
had to drop
things.
it.
Really? You had to drop the
I
show?
yeah,
All
I
right.
had to drop
All
the
right,
show.
all right,
Yeah.
all right. Listen, hey, I still love delicious garbage. This is one thing you guys need to know. I love delicious garbage. All right, and most of the
It's
garbage
not delicious
that is
garbage, bro.
delicious
Believe
is
me.
superhero media. All right, we have some good stinky shit. All right, it's fun. But yeah, this is where he was.
But
This
it's far from good, bro. It's not worth it. I have to be honest.
Well, I'm still gonna try it out. This is one of the first panels, if you can see.
Right.
Next topic, but this is Punisher has been in a lot of Spider-Man comics. One of the most mind-blowing things. This is where he was introduced by. This is his first ever appearance, where Punisher is targeting Spider-Man because it's the Jackal tricking everyone that Spider-Man is evil, blah blah, and Punisher don't,
Yeah.
he don't fuck with you if you're a vigilante. He'll kill you. You don't care. You don't care if you've been a hero before. He will kill you. But this is what I
Like,
want to
is
see
he really that
recreated.
strong? Like, he can kill Spider-Man?
Like, imagine this. Like, because
Whoa.
Hulk is gonna be in the movie, right? We know we've had
Right.
speculations, not just speculations, a bunch of variety articles and stuff have confirmed. Mark Ruffalo himself has gone
Mm-hmm.
back and forth, but has confirmed it that he is in the movie, right? We see some sort of
Right.
fight. Spider-Man and Hulk. Who hasn't wanted to see that fight since we were kids? Spider-Man fighting the fucking
Obviously,
Hulk,
everyone.
you
Yeah.
know? And imagine this is what happens to him by the end of the movie, and we see Punisher after the whole movie of them going back and forth. He just like walks out of some room and he's picked him up, and Tom Holland is
That
just
would be
all
crazy. That would be
bloodied up, and
crazy.
they walk into a hospital somewhere, and imagine, because you've seen Spider-Man No Way Home, right? You know
Yeah, I
what
have.
happens.
Yeah.
The spell, no one remembers him. MJ and Ned, and no one remembers who
Yeah.
he is, right? Imagine MJ's working, and this is not usual, but imagine they put MJ in like a hospital because she's working, she's doing she's just there for some reason. And
Yeah.
they see just Punisher walk in, Spider-Man all bloodied up, and she's like, I think I've seen him before because he does go and grab coffee from her like at the end of the movie, and
Yeah.
his mask is all torn up and everything, and the Punisher doesn't have like Avengers connections or something. Avengers aren't even a thing anymore. So he just walks into a random hospital. As you see this, come on, the possibilities are
Hmm.
endless. Like I really
Maybe.
want
Yeah.
like a crazy like gut wrenching scene of like MJ
So, like, does
figuring out who he
Punisher
is.
actually know like who Spider-Man is?
Everyone knows that. Okay, this is gonna I'll explain the spell a little bit if you don't understand. Everyone forgot that Peter Parker exists. He's been essentially
Yeah.
erased from existence, even public records,
Hmm.
everything, you know. It's like there was
Yeah.
no
I
Peter
know
Parker
that.
ever. Spider-Man exists. Everyone knows that Spider-Man
Like,
is a
does
thing.
Punisher knows like who's behind the
Yeah, no one
mask?
knows who's behind the mask,
Like
and every
before the
time.
smell, before the spell,
Mhm.
did he knew like before the like spell, like did Punisher knew like
Punisher
who's
didn't know.
behind the mask?
Punisher probably. We don't know how many people knew because we didn't see the full aftermath of Far From Home, where Mysterio exposes him, and in No Way Home, we know that
Right.
it's very, very worldwide and famous because, well, it's a like a meta-human essentially getting revealed who's been fighting with the Avengers, and we get his identity revealed. I'm not sure how much people know and how many people knew exactly. We never got like a confirmation, but probably we can see in
Right.
Spider-Man Brand New Day if we get the memories back, we see a quick flashback or something of the Punisher sitting in some dungy little apartment with his guns and just waiting, and he sees like, oh, this is the guy who killed Mysterio, and it's just some vigilante in a Spider-Man costume. I'm gonna go kill him. He's a murderer.
Hmm.
I feel like that's how I can see Punisher going after Spider-Man because he doesn't know who he is,
He
right? There
doesn't know.
has to
Yeah.
be like some reason for Punisher to go after him if he's going after him, you know,
Makes
full on
sense.
hunting
Yeah.
him down. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for Punisher to be in there. That's gonna be fun. You know.
You think they're gonna use the same cast like from the series in the movie?
Yeah. It's the same people. It's the same characters. It's the same actors. It's gonna be the same people, 100% every time. That's how the. That's the only way. Continuity would make sense. But yeah, this is our timeline order.
Right.
After you see all 3 seasons of Daredevil, this for you.
Mm.
You're gonna see Daredevil Born Again. Yeah, I'll say start season 4. You
Should
don't
I
need
really
to
watch that like Daredevil Born Again?
go straight to Daredevil Born Again
No. Like, do I have to? Like, do I need to?
to understand what, like everything,
Uh,
or you
yeah,
just
everything. Yeah.
yeah. You're gonna see so many good things, and Born Again is still good. I know people dog on it a little bit online because of everything, and it's like a Frankenstein monster of a show, but it's still good. And we have Born Again season 2, and it's the original team. They have it, solid. In fact, Daredevil season 3 has officially been renewed. We haven't even seen Born Again season 2 yet, and they already greenlit season 3.
Oh,
That gives me enough confidence because that season 1 didn't have that many good Born Again season 1 didn't have that many good reviews. It didn't have that many audiences showing up. But the fact that Disney was so confident that before season 2 even releases, they greenlit season 3 and it starts shooting next year in 3-4 months, that gives me
maybe they
confidence
are
that they
like
know.
very
And
confident. Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like they're gonna make Daredevil the face of like the street level side of superheroes in this.
Hmm.
I feel like they're gonna make him the
Hmm.
the Iron Man, so to say, for this.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fun. Punisher's gonna be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Hulk's gonna be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. There's rumors Mr. Negative from the games is gonna be in there, but we don't really
I
know.
have heard about Mr. Negative.
Yeah, you haven't heard?
I have, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that's the
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's the scoop.
Like I know from the game
Yeah, and
Spider-Man
you've
game.
seen Charlie Cox show up as Daredevil in Spider-Man 3. You saw him as the lawyer. So this is not your first time seeing him.
Like the Spider-Man third one.
Yeah, No Way Home.
Uh,
Spider-Man No Way Home.
what it's called?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The names are crazy. That's what a lot of people complain about. All the names of the Spider-Man
Yeah.
movies are crazy. What's the Homecoming, Far From Home,
Homecoming.
and No Way Home. You know?
Yeah, it gets so much confusing.
Yeah.
At least for someone like me, it's like very confusing,
Yep. You've seen Superman.
right? I have seen
You've seen
Superman.
Superman.
Yes.
We move on to our DC segment. You've seen Superman.
All right.
Now,
I just a heads up. I don't know anything about DC. Like just basic stuff. Like
lore
I know
wise,
who
yeah.
Batman is and like Superman is.
Yeah.
Like and that's it. Like that's all I know.
All right. That's okay. But you saw Superman. Superman's a great movie.
Yes.
Superman works. It's beloved by everyone. I don't need to sing its praises. Okay, it's you know, in my opinion, the best definitive Superman
Well,
movie out there.
I have seen Superman like the Zack Snyder version,
Yeah,
and coming from that, I can see how different it is.
yeah.
Uh, this one,
Mm-hmm.
the guns made, like, it's so much different.
Yeah,
The portrayal of the
yeah.
Superman, how he expresses, how he feels, is totally different from what we saw on previous Superman.
Mm-hmm. Correct. It's a drastic, complete 180 because
Yeah,
as much as I do sing praises and I do like Zack Snyder's version, there's flaws in everything, of course, but they
mm,
portrayed Superman as someone godly and above us, which is not who Superman is. Superman's whole thing is like, hey man, I'm just a normal guy who grew up on a farm,
exactly. Yeah,
and don't treat me like some sort of godly being. That's his whole thing. And
like
I
I
think
didn't knew before like Superman had a dog.
you didn't know there was a dog. You
I
haven't
didn't
seen
knew
you haven't
that.
seen
No.
much like cartoons and for DC and stuff. That's fair.
uh, I did so Justice League, the
Yeah,
cartoon
Justice
version.
League. I
Like,
don't think Crypto was in there. Yeah,
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 and that was also a long time ago. So
yeah, yeah. That's fair. But I like it. I like a lot of characters were introduced. It was obviously James Gunn's first movie to kickstart DCU. You can imagine how much pressure there was because of all the
and I think he
scrutiny.
pulled it off.
Yeah, he
He
did.
definitely pulled it off.
He did great. It was the imagine the burden you have to go through because the
Yeah,
history and you weren't like fully ingrained into this at the time because there was so many ups and downs throughout the whole DCEU, the whole Zack Snyder's version. All right, it was so polarizing. Every single thing that was behind the scenes drama, the actors or this and that, Ezra Miller, whatever it is, right?
yeah,
He had to not only introduce a whole new universe, and like set the stage for everything that comes after because you can't have plot holes like this in the first movie, right? He has to manage that.
yeah,
He has to manage fan expectations. He has to pay homage to the comics. He has to also see what he wants to do in his movie because he's the one making the movie. He has to like compromise himself and his vision, and I do think he had to a lot. The James Gunn like his thing was very held back in this. I feel like he had to, tweak a lot of things because not just like just the like studio notes or anything, but just in general about how
mm.
much things he had to balance in one movie. You know,
Yeah. I can see that. Like, it will be like so much under pressure to do that,
mm-hmm.
and like
And
that's also a reason. Like, there are a lot of people like who didn't like this version of it.
mm-hmm. Because he's
Like,
very goody two shoes, and people don't like that. People don't believe in like just
exactly, yeah.
uh, goodness without any
And I can
faults.
say like as I haven't been into DCU that much, and I've
Mm-hmm.
only seen movies like the Batman and Superman, like Justice League,
Yeah.
just because like they are superhero movies, like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the image I have, like the Zack Snyder sword.
Yeah.
So like if I'm getting into the Guns uh portray of the movie
Yeah.
or of the characters, it would be like hard for me to consume that, like to think that like
Mm-hmm.
how can someone go from a god level to like like
Yeah.
be a normal human being.
Yeah. Do you think like okay, this is like because you've seen Man of Steel and everything, right? Superman in James Gunn's movie is weaker. Do you agree?
I mean, as he has shown,
Yeah.
it does feel like he is weaker than what I was expecting him to be.
No, get the fuck out. That's wrong. You can't be serious, bro. Come on. He okay, and everyone has been arguing about this. All right,
I
everyone's
mean,
like,
because like
"Oh, Henry
he took a lot
Cavill
of
is
beating, that's
fucking
why I'm
Superman.
saying it.
Go beat the shit out of him." No, listen. He he was kryptonite poisoned, swimming in an anti-particle river the whole time. All right, after being
But like a
tortured.
normal fan wouldn't have understood that. Like the whole thing, the whole concept, he would anyone wouldn't have understand that. Like,
I kind of disagree there because here's the thing. We are, if this was like 2008 or something, 2006, yeah, you're not supposed to get weird with your comic books. You see, like, we saw a bunch of movies from the other, they didn't have like costumes and shit. Like, everyone was very serious and you get it, it's grounded, it's
yeah,
reality, it's not for kids, you know? I think we're at a point in our culture after so many movies, so many superhero media. It's been going on for 30 years. It's part of like just common culture and everyone's knowledge. I feel like the audience is ready for like okay, I'm just going to open comic book page number 257 and people wouldn't question or have a problem with it. I feel like
hmm,
we can get wacky with it instantly. And James Gunn thinks so. He is never shy of putting just wacky shit in comic books just because it wouldn't make sense.
maybe, maybe.
You know,
I'm
we're
not
at a
sure
point
of that,
where
but
you know, we've been watching, all of us, we've been watching anime, we've been watching cartoons. We know crazy shit can happen in you know, media, right?
well, that's
I feel
yeah,
like,
that's
you know,
true.
if you told me or anyone like 6 years ago that we're gonna see a Kryptonian swimming in a river in a separate dimension where there's 300 metahuman prisoners, where Lex Luthor like kidnaps a metamorphing person and he's grabbing the baby and there's a black hole and all of that shit. No, I wouldn't. I would not be like, I'll be like,
You
what is this?
wouldn't
What are we
believe me,
watching?
yeah.
You know, is this Saturday morning cartoon? What is this? CBS? No,
Yeah, I can
right?
see that now, yeah.
It's but we can do that now. We could get wacky, right? And I feel like this is why people are like kind of getting turned off on Marvel. They're not getting wacky. They're not doing like crazy shit. The last crazy thing they
Wow.
did and people did like it was like, you know, Fantastic Four,
WandaVision.
right? They went comic book. They went Elseworld. They trusted for the first time in a project to be like, you know what? Let's make a comic book movie, something we haven't done in a while, right?
Hmm.
And there's wacky concepts, of course, in Thor Ragnarok, of course, and Thor Love and Thunder. But you know, you can argue on how the execution was and if it makes sense for the character, blah blah. But in my opinion, yes, there's comic book stuff in Thor Love and Thunder because we see explore all the Olympian and Greek gods and all the mythology and everything. But it was like a
But the
10 minute
portrayal was
chunk.
not good.
Yeah, it was like a 10 minute chunk of the movie. We didn't see any gods get butchered. We have Gore the God Butcher. Where are the gods? No, we saw one god get butchered. You know.
Yeah.
In here, we see everything. We see Lex Luthor execute a man in front of Superman just because he helped him once. That's how petty that dude is. Can we talk about Lex Luthor? Can we talk about this number one hater on the planet for a second? Listen,
Yeah. I don't get it, like why would like you would go to such a length just to like demean someone.
you don't like Lex Luthor? You don't
No,
like that he's
as a
the hater?
character I loved his character,
Yeah.
but I don't get his hate for Superman. Like I just can't, I don't understand like why would you hate him so much?
Really?
I mean he's better than you, all right. That's jealousy.
Yeah.
But like you won't go to such lengths just to like demean him, like, bring him down.
Yeah, I'd say you would when you have an ego like him. He it's this is like
Maybe.
the little thing that we explore, and then I hope I think we will explore in Man of Tomorrow, in, yeah, by the way, it's Superman 2 or Man of Tomorrow. I know it's Superman 2, James Gunn, don't lie to us. But yeah, we're gonna see a lot more of Lex Luthor, right? But here he
Right.
is not just jealous. It is like, you know, how how have I been working and doing all of this, and I'm like a human and I've still done so many different things, right? But here comes this alien and everyone just worships him when he's done nothing. That's what gets him. That's why he's hating on him, because he's like, I can't, he can't really fathom why someone would. And it's like getting territorial, of course, because you're a metahuman. Not even a metahuman. Metahuman, he's fine with, because they've been around, as we know, on the planet for like
He's just
300
an
years,
alien.
right? He's an alien, literally,
Yeah.
right? He's an outsider for him. And he's like, everyone just likes him. This little blue, stupid Boy Scout, you know? And he just saves a cat out of a tree, and everyone just likes him. While I've been doing all of
Yeah.
this, I get it. He's my number one hater, bro. He's my goat. He's the best part of that movie. 1A. Keep beating him
Yeah,
down.
I'm not complaining about his character, yeah.
There's one. He's he said, I can't believe that the line is in there. He said, who raised you as a kid? I'll kill them too. That's diabolical, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill your parents, bro. Yeah, I don't like you.
But like Superman didn't even got angry on that. Like,
Uh-huh.
like you can feel the rage. The one he had in Zack Snyder's movie, like.
Yeah, yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. Oh, bro. Jesse Eisenberg, man. Jesse Eisenberg did good, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I did like his portrayal still. I like the little wacky person that he was, a little eccentric. I still like it. It's a different iteration, all right. But I like it. It's not bad. I want to see. I
Hmm.
did want to see him in the full bald glory though. Look at this man. Look at this man. How can you hate him? He's gonna kill everyone, you know. This is the last thing you see. Just mad as hell. This whole, like, you know, the rage bait scene where he shows up at the office because he took his dog. He's like, oh, what dog you
Yeah.
talking about, bro? I love that. He's just rage
Where is
baiting.
the dog?
Where's the damn dog? Yeah, people were so mad that this Superman was like throwing the table. Bro, he took his dog. It's not even his dog. It's his sister's
Yeah.
dog. Dude, my
I mean,
cousin.
that just shows how
Yeah.
much sympathy he has,
Yeah. He's not
and
gonna.
that's hope for him.
It's and even still, at the ending speech was fantastic. He was like, "Listen, I, my biggest strength is being a human, and I know it's your biggest strength too." And he still, after everything he's done, believes in the goodness in likes and in
Yeah.
humanity. He is more human than most of the humans we know, which is the craziest thing, right? That's the whole concept. Like, how can an alien be more human than us? And how much can he like believe just in people and everything, right?
Hmm.
Like, someone as
That's true.
despicable as him, who he created a whole fake war between two countries just to get him.
That's the most inhuman thing to
Yeah,
do.
and he's still like, there's still, you know, yeah, there's still redeemable qualities, and I think we're gonna see that in Superman Man of Tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be crazy. I don't know how they get him out of prison and everything. Maybe he just, like, you know, there's a threat that they can't handle, and we see that, you know, they're gonna be teaming up. This is official art, by the way, released by James Gunn and other people. This is official art for the next movie.
That's his suit.
Yeah, we're gonna get the. We saw a primitive version in the movie, right? The Lex bots,
Right.
or the Raptors.
Oh.
Remember? Or the goons.
Yep.
Lex's goons. Yeah, this is gonna be an updated version of that. And there's three different images that they shared. This is a separate one, but I like the outfit. I like the thing, you know. And this is the third one, third image. There's three different
It looks
suits.
like it came from Toy Story movie.
It looks like it came from Toy Story. That's crazy, dude. The fuck? Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear is crazy. That's not a Buzz Lightyear cut. This is a Buzz Lightyear costume. This one I agree. This nah.
I'm
Woody,
just saying it's similar, all right?
Woody,
I'm not.
I'm here to steal your girl. I'm here to steal Lois Lane. This bald-headed demon. I'm just kidding.
And like he has a button like somewhere he pushes it and it says like to beyond an infinity
Nah, nah,
or
nah.
something
Stop,
like
bro. No,
that.
infinity and beyond.
That would be like that
Crazy.
would be crazy.
Nah. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Man of Tomorrow. What do you think of the announcement, though? Like, that's gonna be our next
Well,
movie. It's
I
not.
do actually want to talk about something,
Yeah.
right? The hologram of Kal
All
El's
right.
parents.
There we go. All right.
Now,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
let's
There
talk
we go.
about that.
Yeah.
Right?
We're gonna
What
get
was that
into the
about?
we're gonna get into the muddy parts of this. What do I even search up? Jor-El, right? Jor-El is his name. Jor-El Superman 2025.
Yeah.
Right. The message. The message is. This is by far the most controversial thing to come out. All right, and James Gunn himself has admitted this. All right, he said he went back and forth on this a lot of times, and
Yeah.
he's doubling down, and he is saying that the message is real, right? And people don't like this
Right.
decision. All right. And we've passed the spoiler territory, by the way. If you haven't seen Superman for some reason, I'm sorry, but if we've spoiled the whole movie for you at this point, right? There's nothing you can do. You don't even need to watch the movie. Just watch this, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, people didn't like this. A lot of people didn't like this. A lot of people thought that it's a good decision to pivot from what we know. And it
Yeah.
opens up more possibilities for.
I mean, I don't understand like why would he like need to do that? Like, is it really lore accurate or like
It's not lore accurate. It's not. Kryptonians
not?
are morally gray, I'd say, depending on the iteration. Sometimes they're evil, but Jor-El and Lara, I think that's her name, they're not evil. They're not evil, no. And the fact that they told him to, hey, get a harem,
Yeah.
straight up. I can't believe James Gunn put that in the movie. He said harem, and not just once. I was in the cinema. I was kind of lost as to whatever was going on after this message, and I kind of tuned myself out
Mm.
for a second because I just started thinking. I was like, "Huh? When did this happen? Why is this happening?" And they just keep saying harem. I was like, "What? Wait, hold on. What'd you say? Harem? What?
That's like a Japanese term, right? Harem.
Yeah, yeah." I'm like,
It's not American or
"Yeah."
Western.
Yeah, and we see fucking Green Lantern just saying, "Are you part of a harem? You gonna make a harem?"
Uh
I'm like, "What are you talking about? Can we stop saying harem, man? My anime brain is getting
exactly.
triggered, and I don't like how it makes me feel. Okay, can we stop saying the word now? It making me queasy a little
Yeah.
bit.
It was very awkward,
It was
like
crazy because
everyone saying
it
harem,
was.
harem.
We don't have a problem, all right? But it's just funny seeing a bunch of white people say harem over and over again,
Yeah.
all right? It's just funny to look at, all right? It's just something I never thought I would want to see in a Superman movie, all right? If you've seen Invincible, that's fine. Maybe they put it there. But in Superman, that's why.
Maybe, yeah.
But the message is real, and James Gunn has doubled down on a lot of interviews and a lot of things that he's done, and he says, I don't know why people keep questioning it and asking me on if the message is fake or not, even after three separate characters in the movie confirm that it's real, right? We see Mr. Terrific, who has no affiliation to Lex Luthor. He
Mm.
doesn't like Lex Luthor. He's trying to take him down. He says the message is real. As much as I don't like Lex Luthor, all his analysis and everyone, they're real. The message is good, right? We see
Yeah.
Lord. No, no. Who else do we see? Who else is it? I'm forgetting right now. We don't see Lord Maxwell Lord say it. We kind of see like a weird, kind of a contradicting thing where he says something about the message being fake. I'm not sure, but I don't know if that's like real. Maybe Maxwell Lord is just contemplating. I haven't seen it exactly, but he says that
Mm.
it may or may not be real. That's the one thing. That's the one guy. Maxwell Lord. You remember him?
Um,
Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother. He's the one who owns Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, and Hot Girl. You remember?
I don't.
Maxwell
I don't
Lord.
remember.
Him. This guy. This guy in the movie. Maxwell Lord. He's the one in Superman. Hold on. Let me find.
Wait, he was
Where?
in the movie?
Yeah, Maxwell Lord. I can't find a proper image of him in the movie itself, but he's Maxwell Lord.
Sean Gunn.
Yeah, Sean Gunn is his name. Hold on. I can't. Why is there no images of him from the movie? That's crazy.
I don't think he was in the movie.
He is in the movie, dude. What are you talking about? That's where his introduction is. Yes, he's in the movie. I can't find an image.
No,
This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be insane.
he's not in the movie.
Don't do
though.
this to me. He's in the movie. I'm gonna pull up the movie. I don't care if you get copyrighted. I'll pull up the whole movie. All right. We see Lord
His
Tech.
role is
This is
very
literally
brief,
Lord
almost
Tech.
cameo, like
He's owned. They're owned by
appearance.
Lord Tech, Maxwell
Appearance.
Lord. That's his team. The logo. This is and you've seen The Boys, right? This is Vought for
Yes.
DC. These are the paid superheroes. That's the whole storyline that James is trying to tackle right now. These are the
Oh,
paid superheroes. It's kind of a take on Justice Society in a sense. Not Justice Society, but an amalgamation of
that's
Justice
what we
Society
call.
and the Authority.
Yeah.
Maxwell Lord is in it, dog. I can't really,
Like he was there for a brief moment, but like that's it. Like
Yeah, he was there. We see
nothing else.
We see him. We see him. I need to pull up the image. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's there. He's the one who owns Lord Tech, and every single device we see in Superman or Creature Commandos, which is canon, or probably Green Lantern, what's it called? Peacemaker. There's Lord Tech devices everywhere. Okay?
Right.
Which is his company. There's metahumans, but there's also this, we haven't heard much about this, but there's this quest for corporate dominance in a sense in the DC universe, where obviously Luthor Corp is there at the top, LexCorp, you know. Then there's Lord Tech, and the third one, wouldn't you know it, Wayne Enterprises.
Oh.
You know, obviously Wayne Enterprises would be in competition for, you know, obviously corporate dominance. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. It's Bruce Wayne. Come on. It's his company,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah. You're going to see Maxwell Lord properly in Peacemaker. He's in
the
there.
next installment.
He's in there. And Maxwell Lord is properly in there. He's the one who, you know, here's the thing. He's the one, and we see his appearance. It's very brief. It's his debut, though, and I can't find the scene for some reason. Maybe it's redacted from everywhere on Google. Yeah, maybe.
Why would they do that?
Maybe it's a good thing that we don't get copyright and there's no image of him. That's fine. But he's in the movie. I'll show it to you clip after the podcast. Whatever. You know, he's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go back to the message, right? Message is real. That's what's happening. It's controversial. Now it
like, why would he need to like make it real? Like, I don't understand. Like, all right, you did it once, like just to defame him, like, show his real motive, right?
Yeah.
Like, then you can, like, you know, just twist it, like, no, it was fake and all. Like, why would you keep it real?
It's real because that's the way he's gonna take it. And okay, he has, and this is why you gotta just really focus on the words directors and everyone says, especially James Gunn. He said the message is real, untampered with, right? The message could be real. There's two possibilities. I'm going to lead you down this, okay? And you can tell me which one you think is most likely and which one makes most sense to you, right? Real quick. A, Kryptonian is a completely different language from our planet. Maybe we don't have the words that exactly mirror what it says, so it comes off as make a harem. What if it means just be good to people and make good relations with people? But we don't have those words in our human languages, so this is what it closely comes to linguistics-wise, right? And it's not just the harem. Takeover could not mean takeover. Takeover, that same word could mean something else in Kryptonian, like show them a better path, like or something.
Win over the people's heart.
Yeah, it could be, yes, exactly. Take over people's heart, not take over literally, you know? That's one possibility, right? Because that's true. Even in our earth, like here, our real languages, right? There's some words that we just can't translate from our language to the other, right? Even if you do, it will completely change the meaning of what we're trying to say. Completely.
But like with that technology, I think, like, do you really think like that would be the case?
Yeah, because it's an off-planet language. You literally have no knowledge of what it says. You're guessing. This is guesswork at this point. And I'm not sure that Kryptonians speak English. I'm assuming that the computer and everything in the Fortress of Solitude translated because it's a very advanced piece of tech from Krypton, and it understands and realizes because there's other robots and everything in the fortress. They realize, okay, Clark doesn't speak Kryptonian. He got raised on Earth, so he speaks English. So let us translate his parents' message to him in the language he understands until he learns Kryptonian, right? And his heritage.
Right.
So that could be it, right? That's one possibility, right?
Possibility, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe later down the line, because we see Kara, his cousin, and she, as far as we know, was a teenager when Krypton blew up. So she knows what her people are like, what her uncle is like, which is Jor-El. You know, that's his cousin,
Hmm.
right? She knows what his uncle and aunt believed in. They have good relationship in comics. The Jor-El and Kara's father, they're both brothers, right? So she knows.
Right.
If she knew that this was the case, she would have told Clark, "Hey man, me and you, we're sent here to kind of like take over people." She would have said something,
Hmm.
right? And that's the biggest mystery, and that's the biggest like plot hole. Not really a plot hole. Like,
But
what's
like we
Kara's
didn't know
stand
like
on this?
why she was so drunk and
She
like we
would.
did we do know, like she's going through something and that's why
Mm-hmm.
she just
Mm-hmm.
likes to party and like get drunk all
Mm-hmm.
the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So maybe
that's
like she forgot the like why they really are here.
could be, could be, but I don't think so. I think she's she's partying definitely because of all the trauma that she went through because she's a teenager when her whole planet blew up,
Yeah.
and that will put you in a place, right? But I don't think that the parents are evil. I think because until now, there was no problem, right? There was no reason for
Right.
Clark to bring up to Kara, hey, this message is kind of weird. There was no reason. And hence, Kara didn't say anything, right? Because she
Hmm.
knows that our parents and your parents aren't evil, and this is just a language misinterpretation, right? But we still don't see that interaction go down even at the end of the movie. Maybe because she's still drunk, you know. But maybe
Like
maybe we see that go down in the next movie.
like uh we saw that like she was talking in English, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
she learned English.
that
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that means like she was on Earth before
Yeah, yeah.
as
She's
well.
been on Earth for at least maybe 2 3 years. How we don't really know, but at least a
So
couple years for her to get integrated in
yeah,
society, see her cousin where he lives, for the go to the Fortress of Solitude, leave her dog there, keep going back and forth.
exactly.
So
So
yeah.
like at that time, like they could have discussed about it, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
What this message
Yeah.
is, or like
Yeah.
so maybe like she also doesn't know what exactly it is.
Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she didn't know that. Hey, Clark, I just thought that your parents were good, but they were like my uncle, and I didn't really talk to them, and our planet blew up, so I didn't know that they were evil. Like, behind the scenes, she didn't know that they were evil. I don't think they were evil. That's the first possibility, right? We'll go to the second one.
Hmm.
Second one is Brainiac. Now, this is what everyone believes to be true. People don't know who Brainiac is. I will give just a real quick background. Brainiac is a very big Thanos level villain, right? Brainiac has never been done in live action properly, not in a big budget Superman movie at all, right? But this is
Maniac.
Brainiac. He's an AI. He's an AI being who
Oh,
was an overarching villain. He was in Justice League. He was in a bunch of Superman stuff, right? We've seen him before in the animated forms,
or
and
intelligent
in
android.
hmm?
Yep.
We've seen Brainiac, right? A bunch of times. But
Yeah.
Brainiac is an artificial intelligence, and he can essentially reincarnate in a sense and problem solve every time. That's why he's like the one of the strongest foes that the Justice. He's a Justice League level threat. He's not just a just Superman threat, right? He's Justice League level threat.
Oh,
And he's an AI. So people really believe that Brainiac, and in some iterations he does, because Brainiac has a hand in the destruction of Krypton, and maybe he intercepted this message or changed it to make it look like this, right? For what reason, what
maybe.
purpose, we don't know. We can speculate all day long, right? But that's what a lot of people believe and
Right.
want to believe because they don't want to believe that Jor-El and everyone was bad.
Hmm.
But that's the second theory, that it was Brainiac, and that's the most popular theory going on because Brainiac's never been done, and James Gunn did have a sketch of Brainiac in his book when they were showing the behind the scenes footage for Superman. There's a picture. I don't know if I can find the image.
I think you
Uh,
can.
yeah, right here. This thing. This was in the behind the scenes, and this was Brainiac. in James Gunn's notebook. This is Clark Kent, Kara, and Krypto. And we see Brainiac right there, and he has admitted that Brainiac was originally going to be the main villain for this movie.
Oh.
Yeah. So Brainiac is a very strong possibility because he literally showed up in the fucking concept art for this. You know, not concept art, but it was James Gunn made this. He had a serious thought and conversation, and probably written him in the script. So that could be a possibility. Oh my god! Imagine we got this suit. Hell no! Put the trunks on him. No. We like the trunks, right? Do we fuck with the suit? Do we fuck with the new suit? We like the new suit.
It's nostalgic, so yeah.
Is it better than the Henry Cavill suit?
Cinematic wise, no, but
Yes.
story accurate, yes.
Cinematic wise, you like the gray backdrop of a suit with nothing on it. This thing, the colorless shit. This shit.
Yeah.
You like this? Oh nah, bro.
I mean, come on, bro. Like
Fuck no. This is
wearing an underwear over your tracks, like that's crazy.
bro. He's wearing a unitard. You're wearing a unitard.
Well, if you
regardless.
see it like that,
It's a unitard, dog. Yo, I can't imagine, no trunks. We saw no trunks, bro. He looks so weird without the trunks. What the hell? You want this? This is a onesie.
Nah, that's not good.
This is my PJs. This is what I go to bed in. Look at this. There's someone's pajamas right here. Yeah. The other possibilities, Brainiac. Which one do you think is most likely? Now that you have everything on the table.
About what?
Which one do you think is most likely about the message? And then we'll finish this.
I do think third one,
Which one? Second
the
one? you
AI.
mean? Brainiac?
Brainiac, yeah.
You think it's Brainiac instead of like just, simply like the message is real but the linguistic issue? That's why Karen never brought up or anything?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Alright. Okay. That's fair. I like the Brainiac idea because we have Man of Tomorrow and we know it's a team up movie. James Gunn said that the next
Yeah,
movie is
like
going to
it's
be
a
a
nice
team up
way to
movie.
introduce a villain as well.
Yeah. And what better way to team up Lex and Superman other than Brainiac, who's a mental threat as much as he's a physical threat to Superman? Right? Well, that's it for this episode, the first episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be catching you on the flip side, and we have something really special coming up for the second episode. So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
It'll be our tier list and our hot takes episode
Also-
and everything else. And there will be a further review of Daredevil and anything else he has seen. Okay? Thank
Definitely.
you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow us on everything, and we will see you next time.
Yes. You